What's up guys, Sarus and welcome to a game called O Chapel. Now this game was referred to me by a subscriber of mine, Mindbox08, so thank you so much dude for the referral. This looks like an interesting game, and what you told me is that, or she, I'm not sure if you're a boy or a girl, what they, there we go, told me is that this game is supposed to be similar to the Polaroid game that I played a couple of weeks back, but less buggy, but still has that dark feel to it. And I like games like that. They've got to be atmospheric, artistic. I do prefer darker games over other games, as you guys have seen in some of my games. Some of the playthroughs I've done. Okay, so we're gonna get into this game. It's supposedly supposed to control better as well. So arrow keys are A and D to walk. Okay. Oh, okay, I'm supposed... It does look like it's okay. Oh, alright. Click matchbox to pick them up. Okay.
Our only hope is burning down the chapel, setting the lies and mistruths ablaze. The building was brown and tall, bleak but welcoming, a structure of faith forgotten by time. My peers and I stood around it in a circle, like an army of the betrayed and lied.
This is actually really quiet. I've had to turn my volume up, which I never have to do.
Boxes of matches tightly in our tired, sweaty hands. We were 12 of the same, bruised and hurting. My heart beats nervously to the rhythm of tribulation as I light a match ablaze.
So you're going to set a church on fire. That might not be a good thing. Click stone blocking your path until they break. Oh, okay. So, it's kind of like Minecraft, except you don't get the items. Yay.
Adults are soldiers of deception. I would stand, sit, and believe at their command. They would speak tales of the uncanny and the supernatural without a hint of irony, without a crack in their determined smiles. I felt as though I was trapped, like an innocent man in a prison cell for a crime he didn't commit. I would claw at the walls until my skin was shed. I would scream and shout at the frequencies of conditioning. It was so beyond sheep. We were like robots, programmed and engineered, hurt but silenced. Man-made implosions of fear and uncertainty. We were to live a cycle of vague anxieties and clasped hands until our hearts were told to stop. As our bodies grow old, our aspirations and heart do too. My childlike awe has grayed over time. The world was my oyster, until I was finally forced into it. How ironic was it that the creed was our cross? It was like a stone at our feet thrown into the ocean. Heavy chains were shackled around our ankles.
Wow. There we go.
For years I would kneel each night, speaking in tongues of the drilled and frail. But the suffering of the outside world could only be background noise for so long. It was only as I grew older that I started to realize how I really felt. What I truly believed. Realization tears into me like a bullet. Stretch out from under my rock and burst into the bleeding sky. Ideas of space and time and existence rush at me like a child in car lights. I bury my face in my hands and scream. How could no one else see? But of course, they were the bruised and the hurt. They were the sad and the miserable. Deep wounds stitched together with plastic truths and pandering fables. Blinded by their own desire for something more. They spread false hope like gunfire into a crowd of the cold and desperate. It seemed obvious to me, but maybe nothing was so simple. Maybe I too look at the world through biased eyes, fogged up by disappointment and fear. Maybe we are all enrolled in a class with no teacher, an army with bullets but no command.
Wow. This is deep.
All of this, I only see from the outside looking in. I don't know for certain, but neither did they. Our ankles will forever be shackled. A guilt assigned at birth is not so easily overcome. We are children of the night, walking phone lines like tightropes, uncertain, but too afraid to turn back now.
Okay, there's a lot of dialogue in this game, I've noticed. I don't know how long this game is, too.
I watch as my friends pour gasoline across the earth. They call me over, waving their lighters in the dark midnight sky. I hesitate for a moment before shaking my head. I diffuse my matchsticks and stuff them back into my pockets. The smell of gasoline and angst follows me as I walk away from the muddy, angry scene. Our only hope is burning down the chapel. Metaphorically, would do.
Jesus Christ. So now what? That sound is just really weird, by the way. I'm gonna put this out there. Developer? Oh, wait, we're done? That was interesting. Jesus Christ, what was that all about? Holy shit, that was harsh. Unless it's like, is there anything I can click on to go like chapter 2 or something? No, that's it. Fuck, what is it about? Okay, no, this game is pretty much part audio only. That is 100% narrative, God. Okay, this is a weird little project I created about a group of teens who grew up in an ultra-strict religious community. Okay, I got that. Oh, okay, so... Alright, I get it. I get this. I get teenage angst. I get having to live in an overly strict religious community because we ended up I lived for 4.5 years in a very strict LDS community. So if you don't know what LDS is, they're Latter-day Saints, aka Mormons. Now, there are also a lot of Mormons that live in the Tri-Cities, that live in eastern Washington, in the desert area. They're some of the nicest and coolest people I met. Some of my best friends were Mormons there. I didn't have that experience living in Southeast Idaho. They were very strict. A lot of the parents didn't like me or my sister associating with their kids, and the kids were not very nice either. My sister got hurt, and I got hurt really bad. And the teachers even showed favoritism and didn't really do anything when it came to a kid that was considered minority, even though I'm not technically Caucasian, but because I'm still a quarter Spanish, and according to the government, that makes me a minority. But, I looked like everybody else, but they didn't treat me that way because I was in the same religion. And it's still like that for some people there, and it upsets me greatly. But I get that. Just wanting to burn everything to the ground. Taking every church and every mission, every meeting house. I can't remember what the hell they call them, but God, just wanted to take a thing of matches and some gasoline and just burn the whole thing to the ground. I remember wanting that so bad because it hurt living in a place like that and having to be restricted. And even though you're not the same religion, being forced to have to live vicariously through that, either A, just to survive, or because it's so ingrained in society, it's even ingrained in business structure there, and it's ingrained in what is there, it's not a town, it's not a real city. There was no such thing as real cities there. They're just towns in Southeast Idaho. None of them have a population big enough to be considered a real city. I think Pocatello's like the closest thing, but even then, there's so many LDS there, even with the college being up there, it's hard to really get anything beyond what would be considered LDS kosher, I guess you could say. So yeah, extreme cultural shock will do that to you. Because I was from a place where anybody and everyone was accepted. And then I moved to a place where tolerance was not exactly 100% okay. But no, this was an interesting game. And I get it, because I've lived it. I never actually burnt anything down for future reference. I never went out, I never started lighting fires. I was close once, but I never did. I never bought the gasoline. I did always have a lighter on me though, so fuck you, school, you never do. But, I get being oppressed like that. And I get living in some place extremely strict where it drives you insane. I have friends that are still living there, and I wish to God every day that they're okay. Because I know how bad it got for them, because they lived there longer than I did. And they told me their stories, and they know all the stuff I went through, because we went through a lot of the same stuff together, especially in high school. So, God darn you, Mindbox08, giving me another emotional game to play like this. You were on my list, dude. But thank you guys so much for watching. Having to bring up my past and my emotions and everything. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more of my videos. Let me know if there are any games out there you want me to play, any of these emotional bullshit games that dig a little deeper into my psyche so you can understand just why I'm as fucked up as I am. But thank you guys so much, and as always, I love each and every one of you, and I will talk and play with you, in the next episode. Bye-bye! Yeah, I know what that's like, and I know what it feels like to grieve and to miss somebody so much. It consumes you and it clouds you, and you feel like that you're unable to let go. I try not to think about some of those things that I went through, because even though, this is the United States, and there's supposed to be equality, and there's supposed to be acceptance of others no matter where you go, it's not true. Small towns equal small minds, and sometimes small-minded people can be the harshest people on the planet, no matter what state you live in. Even in Washington, there is a little bit of bigotry here and there. I've seen it. So, just love. Love everybody, love each other, love yourselves. And it doesn't matter who or what you are. In the end, we all bleed red.